All right, I think I'm live. Let's see here. Um, yes, I am. All right, how's everyone doing? Welcome back. This is Cosmic Boogeyman, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Um, so, what do we got here? It's a Thursday night, 1:11. Portals open, full moon. Um, what else do we need? What else do we need? Anything else? I don't know. It doesn't seem like any much more than that. Uh, we got a jumper already. Let's see here. Sun's out. Guns out. Marriage. What else you got? This is just for me. This is just for me. That's all this is. It's just a check in. You know what? Like you start playing the guitar. I don't know if you guys ever played musical instruments or you play an instrument, but what it is it's just like you're tuning an instrument, but you just want to make sure you have the feel to it, you know. So if you do, and it works, then yeah, it's great. Everything just vibes. Hey, Lenora, how are you? First one in. You're the first one in. Yeah. Yeah, I just did my self read. Looks good. Yadira, how you doing? How's everyone doing? Nice, nice. Let's see. All right. All right, Lenora, you're up. You're up first here. Let's see. What do we got? What's the universe got for you? What does the universe got for you? The cards just felt weird there for a second. You know, like finger up the middle of your back. That you know, it was an interesting feeling. All right, Lenora, what do we have? Do-do-do-do. So you could be looking at regret, but I would say this is something more than that. This is your emotional perspective. But from the divine down, it's almost like you're being told to look at regret. Like like what happened here? Yeah, this is like you're getting over heartbreak. From 3D, you're getting over heartbreak. Looking deep into the situation from what I gather, from how I see things, you're the universe is saying, "Hey, look back. Look at the past situation. Look whatever just happened. Look at that. No, look deeper into it. It's okay. Don't be afraid. Be vulnerable with yourself for a second. Look at it because you have a brand new opportunity. You have like a manifestation coming in because whatever you just went through was a life lesson. I love these. This is a great read. Look at the aces you're pulling out here, Lenora. Good, yeah, good God, girl. What the hell? Like, for real. That is so cool. That is so cool. All right. I love that jump. All right. I'm going to keep this here. That's celebration. Um, so what I see for you, straight out. What's up? How you guys doing? Thanks for joining me. I'm just reading Lenore right here. Just got started. Super great vibes. Um, but yeah, so she's got a good read. So it's like the universe is giving her a free pass or a golden ticket because of a life lesson from heartbreak. Has to look back at her past pain. From that past pain, she can learn something even more. It's like she's getting a second chance to look back. Um, the number 9 is probably prominent here. The golden rod is also prominent. We're not seeing the wands. We're seeing rods. We're seeing staffs. That's also prominent. It tells me that you're connected. You're connected to the other side. The divine love is coming into the past. I'm sorry, from the future to the past, saying this is like this person already wants you. They're already looking for you. There's a person who's already inbound because of heartbreak, and this is because you need them. This is because you have much to offer them. This happiness coming in here, I think you're manifesting, and you're manifesting for you. You're manifesting on your behalf, which is so passionate. Let's grab two more cards here just to confirm. Yeah, past life, looking deeper into it. You want this connection to be, you want to find out what the good points are in the past relationships. Um, someone's going to be coming out from the cold to make you an offer in the in the near future. I would actually say probably March. We're heading into March, um, but it would have to be March. The nines are prominent here too. I don't know if that's significant for you, but there's two nines on this, two nines, and there's five. But this tells me here this is celebrations with March. All right. What do we have here? What do we have here? Is this Florin or Kayla? Uh, I don't know Florin or Kayla personally. I could pull a card. The one that's slow moving. That one. That's what you get. I don't know what that. I don't even know if I know them personally. It feels like I do though. That's what's so funny. That's why I'm giggling because I'm getting connected to your energies. I'm loving it. How you guys doing? If you want to join, get a reading, just exclamation point join, and then I'll be able to kind of grab you into the queue. Right now, I have Yahira, Alana, and yeah, baby, but it's really Leah, baby. So I'm being stupid, I know. All right, good read. So someone's coming passionately in. I think based on your energy equal to that, you got a life lesson that you just learned. Congratulations. Uh, so you're not dwelling on the past, you're learning from it. That's a big difference. Not many people can say that, can they? Not many. All right, Yahira, how are you? Let's get you red. Let's go for. I'm gonna do mid deck pulls. Actually, nope. You're gonna get your cards just pulled out for you. They're just gonna jump. Hey, so with Empress, emotional perspective, how you see yourself. Maybe you're seeing yourself as more a feminine, powerful feminine, right? May, March, April, those those numbers are coming up prominently, but I would say starting in March it has to become more effective. Mid shuffle, when I stop like this, just so you guys understand, it's like this card becomes part of my hand. I can't let go. I want to throw it. See, and it just see now I throw it. Only when it lets go, it's like it's in control. It's so crazy. I just let my hands guide themselves. But you can see because I threw it, it flipped upside down, telling me that you have a divine communication coming in by March. So you're looking for love in the 3D. You probably do not have love currently. Yep, there's some heartbreak. I could actually put this card with this card, is what they said. So I could put those two cards together if I needed to, but I don't have to because what I'm hearing is maybe like you're done with lust, sleep. You're done with that like anxiety. You're moving on. You're working on it. Yeah. See, there's a sleeper card. You guys know it's on pages, right? Pages are messengers, and behind the messenger is a life lesson and a hidden divine past. They're working on something. You're working on something. Somebody's working on getting you connected to your intuition or your higher self. I guess you could call it. Exploration here happening from your emotional perspective, even from your emotional ground zero, where you like kind of sit where you're at your deepest desires. I think you're starting to explore what that actually looks like. Like, who are you? Like, what is it you really want? So you hear, I think you're starting to look at that really, really deeply. All right, no more fighting. That's one thing you have to be in agreement. You can't be near negative energies, energies that pull your vibration in the wrong direction. I think there's somehow you're picking up on that, and that's what the message is from the universe telling you. Hey, whatever's happening to you in the recent past, it's because we're raising your vibration. You're going up. That person's was bringing you down. We're trying to get you to your end goal. That's what's happening. You're going to be very prosperous. Like I see 18 pentacles here. I think you're going to have love in the end goal, but your communication just has to take a hard turn for a second. This person's the one you've been talking to, the one you're thinking about, and they basically they force you into this more of a manifesting queen than what you really are. Like your soul is different under these controls. All right. What else do we got here? How's everyone doing? You guys enjoying enjoying the reads? Yeah. You'd hear her. How are you? Hopefully this is working. Oh gosh, this thing was hanging earlier. All right, here we go. Add this. Let's see. Let's see. All right, I think that worked. Okay, so I have Alana, Leah baby, and then son. All right. Yeah, see, I don't know why it says you have joined the physician as one. I don't know what that means. Alana, are you here? Leah baby, you here? I don't know what this is. It's so weird. I don't know why it's doing that. All right, so Alana, I'm just gonna read starting with you, okay? My Q thing is all messed up still. I don't know what's going on with it, and it's so annoying, not only to me but to you guys, and I know it is. All right, I'm just gonna call out how the Q's actually is on my end, like I did the last night, till I can figure it out. Just so you're not getting frustrated. But I'll basically, if you're in with join exclamation point join, I'll have you in just basically a holding pattern for a second until I accept that I can read you guys. So let's see. All right, so Alana, here you go. You're manifesting. Let's talk about that. But you're doing it with commitment, with dictation. You're doing it with power, with strength, with agility, with self worth. You're very powerful. You're doing it on. You're basically bringing the 3D into like the alter reality. You're kind of mixing the two, or you're you're like, it's you have this ability to kind of transcend time and space. See, there's a meditation. I wonder if you spend time meditating. I wonder if that's what it is, or if they're telling you you need to spend time meditating. That could be a possibility too, because the number four here, April comes in, so I'm wondering if that's what it is, saying maybe you need to meditate or meditate more by April, and just ignore all these offers that you've been getting. Explore your past, messages from your past. Same thing, manifestation, past life. I would like to see the card earn this higher position, but how can you not want the manifestation on your emotional perspective? You're manifesting happiness. So I think you've been basically dealing with people who are sneaky, toxic, taking from you but not giving. You've been a lot of people who are kind of like self-deprecating, and it's like, hey, make me feel better. It's like, no, I'm trying to be my best person here. You're trying to cut those people off by July. You're going to have no more burdens because you cut those people off, but only for your own good energy. You start learning through meditation is what it looks like. It's really deep here. This is a very deep reading. I knew something was up with this, with your emotional cornerstone falling as a magician. Your justice here is your emotions get better. Like you're able to control yourself because you're not emotionally giving to all these people who are energetic vampires. So you become a deeper version of yourself. You become connected to your past. You become connected to intuition. You become connected to like what you actually desire, which is really, really sexy and passionate. I like this. This is kind of fun. Yeah, so like when most people say, "Hey, I want a family," you want a family and a person who can connect with you and provide, like on all levels, right? Nurture you emotionally, you know, they take care of everything. I think you're looking for that, and you want that same person to have the same desire. So I think Alana, you're looking for that. So for you, this meditation or this big meditation that happens in April triggers a whole new life event for you, where you realize how deep you get and you cut off people starting in July. But you mean it, like you do it with purpose. Like saying energetically, I resolve my energy to say no to you anymore. It's tough, but this is how you get there. Because you can see then you become a star. Like you basically raise your vibration up. It's not it's not anything. You can't help people raise their vibration. You can only show people how to, and that's going to help a couple of them, believe it or not. But you can't talk about doing it. You just have to show them. Really, really nice. I like that. That's nice. It's beautiful. Leah, how you doing? Let's see, Leah, baby. Let's see. I'm gonna do some mid deck pulls. The energy's really good. I love these reads. Like, I don't. I was telling today. I was saying how getting your reads are so cool for me because the energy is just so magnificently more divine. It's like I just can be more connected to you guys. But see, can I pull all these cards? I'm sure this has a very big meaning to Leah. Like the sun, but there's pain in between, and there's probably a fire sign, or it could be a Capricorn, but I would say more of a fire sign. But I'm going to pull one card from mid deck up here for them. But it's just the universe saying, hey, sun's coming out for the situation, which is good. Starting with the mid deck pull, divine communication card. I love it. It's so good. All right, Leah. So you're either coming to a divine communication or you're actually controlling the divine communication. This actually is a mid deck flip. So I just called it. So the lovers in reverse is not a bad thing. It just means divine love. Divine love. Love is planted from the universe up, down, telling us how to live. You're basically connecting to your higher selves. Your higher selves are falling in love. Maybe there's there's confirmation if I've ever seen it. So what you're really getting here is you're getting the divine connecting back down to you, and then so you can see the angel here. It's realizing that we here exist not here but only in like another plane, another existence, and we're connecting more places. So you have this divine communication happening on many levels. It's very, very deep. Like this person, if they're not already in your life, it is going to be a very, very amazing connection. But the Two of Cups is always prominent. But I think that you are just waiting and desiring this connection. This is like a connection that fires you from the inside out. It's justice for everything you've been looking for. I can tell you that. It's protection, it's shelter, it's long-term commitment. But at the same time, it leaves you weak. It leaves you like desiring more, like the fact that you can't handle life without it. You know, that kind of weakness, that like heart palpitations. You know, that's what I see here for you. So Leah, baby, this is what I'm seeing. This could be you or them, but I feel like somebody's at that point where they just like desiring. Yeah, they want commitment. They want to have some kind of long-term commitment with the situation, even though this is a short-term talk, because they know the long-term happiness is there. Something might feel a little unjust if they did that, but I feel like you're both on the same page. But you are burdened. What are you burdened by? What are you burdened by? Maybe you're just maybe you're focusing all your energy on one thing. Maybe you have something you've been highly dedicating to. Let me mid-deck pull for this. Something online possibly. Or it could be mind, body, soul, spirit, but this would more or less be an online thing. So I'm wondering if that's what's going on with you, Leah, baby, is that you have this, or there's a situation going on with you and this other person, and something with online. It's burden. Normally you're very connected to this person, like you are like divinely connected on multiple planes of existence. So like they get you to be weak, like they get you to feel powerful, but in their possession, you're weak. You're like, I'll be vulnerable with you. That's where it is. There's a commitment, this long-term happiness, but for whatever reason, there's something that's happening with an online something. Let me pull from the secondary deck here and just see what's going on. Because yeah, that's confirmation. You're the one, or they're the one. You both are on the right path. But there's some kind of weird offer that's happened, or there's an offer, a great offer that happens. Maybe you're burdened by this offer. Who knows? Or you're going to be burdened by the offer. But June is prominent in here. April. But I see June very prominently on both of these. So I see 6. So I'd say whatever this is going to happen will be in full effect by June. So let me see here. Um, so Leah, even if this is a read for career, and I'm looking at your message now, and I'm just looking at the same card, see? Because that's a miscommunication thing, right? Just look at this. This is the same energy that plays into any of your part of your life. This means in one of two things. Like this is how life in general will work for you, right? You'll get a new job, you'll find a new partner, you'll get a house, you'll have children. That's how energy works. That's how life energy works. So if you're asking about career, you're definitely solidified. You're burdened by something online, but there's a love offer coming in. But there's something online that's harboring you. It has to be. It's the tens in here. It's killing me. Like this is burden is you're bringing all of this into one spot, but it's just something with an online connection. So if this is a career thing, is this an online job? Because if it's an online job, that's like your stress is going to be dedicated to one thing and only one thing. Because I can see something like that. But my point back to you is that's your weak point. That's your ground zero. For me and your readings, like when I read, even no matter how it looks, your life in general is going to have love in it, but you're also going to end up having some kind of infinity happening. But you also grow through this downfall because you're focused too much on one point. And this is ground zero. Like this whole thing comes tumbling down if you just don't start any self-care, whatever that is. And I think that's what's happened. You're focused on other people here. And this could be your career, like what you're doing. This could be the justice, like proving yourself to other people. But that's not self-care, just so you know. And there's one card just popping out. I don't know why it is. Look, it's this card. It's where you feel justice, you'll have injustice in the future. With love, job, career, money, anything. Because you can't control what the universe is giving you as much as you might want to. It's all life lessons. So you have to focus on you. That's what it is. What is it that you want? This is the explorer. This is the young exploring female. Just so you know, you're looking back at something in the past saying, "I wish I could have." You have a lot on your mind. So it doesn't matter how you look at any read like this. You can break them all down and break them up, and I could say like what's going to happen into your like near future, like your like 4 years from now. However, the energy is all still here. This is your cards. These are all yours. That's why you'll get like these interesting flips. All right. So yeah. So if you're asking about career, focus on you, and then let the career come to you. You have to become the career. You can't just fill a career and then try to catch up. You have to become from the inside out. All right. That's what I get. All right. So what I have here is I have Sun, and then I have Evelyn queued up. I think that's what I have. All right, Sun. How are you guys doing? All right, if you haven't liked or subscribed, please do. If you're just tuning in, I'm just trying to do a live read tonight. Just figured I'd jump on and do some more live reading. I find it more interesting and more fun than doing the pre-recordeds. You know what I'm saying? Then you actually can feel the energy of somebody getting read, and for me, that person is actually getting their reading. So, like that's how I look at it. All right. So, when I look at these kind of things, I look at Leah, like it's like you take time to improve yourself. It does help. Like something I never even considered, like until I just kind of pulled the cards and looked at it. But yeah, it's so true though, right? We invest in our own time, we invest in our own money, we invest in who we are, and then wow, we like superheroes because we invested in ourselves. All right, son, here we go. Let's go with mid deck pull. Mid deck pull, but I have a feeling your cards might just jump as I was just practicing and getting a read on your energy. Yeah, see? Look it doesn't matter. I, I love it because some of you guys have some really like aggressive energy, which is fun. It's like fun aggressive energy, It's like playful. So I can feel it. And you guys are actually really welcome and warm. It's like you're just trying to figure something out. See? So you're getting connected to love, your emotional standpoint, the way you see things, the way the way it's been delivered to you, you're saying, hey, well, love's here. I know there's love. One of the other problems is maybe there's like there was a standoff in the recent past, or there's somebody that's coming in that's older than you. That's a possibility because the universe from top down is delivering this, and that could be this older person that has stability and golden knowledge, if there's such a thing. But with the Sun card straddling this, that's a strong side. That tells me one of two things. One, you're happy as you are now. You're just looking to find more happiness or spread it or give this to people who need it, or this actually is part of what you're creating, like a new universe. Like you're getting others. You're trying to help people who are in need, if that makes sense, Sun. The fact that we have the Sun card popping for you and your name is Sun here is pretty amazing too. But um, if I look at this, it's like you're the guiding light to others. This is what's really nice. You're the knight, well, the horse, but you're the one who's protecting. You can actually see how they're guarding these people, you know. So you can actually see how they're guarding these people and leading them into help. So I think that's important, Sun. You have some kind of energy where you help others find abundance. You almost look at me. I bet you've talked to people online, and you have these weird online connections with people that are not always understood. But you are so helpful by talking to certain people. Like almost like you're the wheel of fortune. You're the good luck. This is why we have this. Okay. I think you represent as a higher energy to other people. Your soul is such that it represents to a different elevation. When you're online, you're elevated, right? And when you connect to people, like say through Facebook or I don't know, Instagram or any social media, you're going to use that energy. You're not going to use your 3D energy when you're talking to someone face to face, right? But when you do that, you'll have this connection. When you have that connection, that's how it changes your perspective. So you're realizing that you have this perspective. You already know you have this like ability, which is amazing. So, Son, from what I'm seeing here, you have the ability to change other people's lives for the better, and like you do it, but you do it with ease. Sometimes it's not fun, but you have to do it. But you gain satisfaction in knowing you're helping and manifesting for people, which is very nice. It's a beautiful, beautiful card read. So I think that some people, like you personally, emotionally, wait. That's why you're here getting a reading. You love to help people to a point that you love to manifest them so much. You don't have time to date people. I think that's what's happened. But if you want this King of Cups, the universe is willing to give you that King of Cups. That's beautiful. It really is. Like you can date that person. There's a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio just waiting for you whenever you want it. Yeah. So you are such a giver, but it makes you happy to give. That's what I like to see. All right, guys, let's see how we're doing. Thank you, Son, for sharing that energy. We have Evelyn, Diksha, Stefani, Ravi, Diamond Light. That's our next five up. All right. If you guys are just joining in, just signing in, saying hi, make sure you guys subscribe. Let me know. Like the channel. Give me a heads up what you like things. The live reads have been mostly fun. I've been having a lot more fun with these. I just recorded Capricorns tonight, but I gotta record some more this weekend. But I am having way more fun just hopping on live and reading with you. It's just like knowing I can just say, "Hey, Evelyn, how are you? Let's get some reading done." And pulling cards to help a situation is so much more invigorating and powerful. Um, because this is why I love doing what I do. So anyway, Evelyn, looking at you, emotional standpoint, maybe you carry pain, maybe pain from past relationships, long-term past relationships. But Evelyn, you might be carrying on to something because I think even your perspective is you got to like drop this veil, drop this blindfold, get rid of it. It's done. you have passion, you have stability, you have the ability to kind of manifest power, and you probably represent power. I'm going to say you must, because the way you're pushing out your energy from the 3D to other people, it's kind of intimidating, to be honest. So I think you must come across as maybe intimidating or have a certain way about you that people go, oh yeah, yeah, I've talked to Evelyn. There's something about you like that they always remember you. So I think here for you, just like many other people tonight, you're getting these like, what if I gave to the past a little differently? What if I was the change that never happened? I think you kind of you just get stuck and dwell in some stuff. Maybe you get stuck in your head. Maybe that could be what's going on over here. But I think the universe is not telling you to get stuck in your head, but to free yourself from all that worry that you've ever had. Don't worry about what people think about you. Don't worry about how the universe sees you. Worry about how you care about yourself. What is it you want to do? What makes you happy? How do you want to dress? What do you want to do? What if you never dressed for someone else ever again? You just dressed for how you felt. You know what I'm saying? Like just wear pajamas just because you wanted to. Like how many times we ever got dressed because we had to? And that's kind of what this is saying. And it's like you're showing that your ability to manifest and grow is based on past perceptions. And I think it's left your emotions out in the cold, like how you want to feel. Like there's that inner child, that inner Evelyn, that young version of yourself that didn't always get to explore like they wanted to. And I think maybe at this point you're looking online, you're looking at disconnected relationships or reconnecting with old people or old flames, saying, "Hey, how do we do this? What happened?" Not even for long term, but realizing I want to learn something about this. So Evelyn, for you and for me, for what I see here, there's an offer has to be coming in, because if you're doing all this work, you must be learning a life lesson. So you're refining your divine pair. So whoever this other person is, if this is yourself or this is that other person, like I said, maybe you're projecting this out, but there is a divine person coming in based on past life. So I think that's what's the big point, the big giving sign. If you kind of let yourself be a little bit, give into that like youthful side of yourself, the young part of you. Let that inner child explore, have some fun, giggle, laugh. You know what I'm saying? I think that part of you that finds your vibration on track with the next person. That's where you're gonna find that person, and it's like it has to be bought. This is like ground zero. This would be no later than the end of February. You're gonna start talking to this person. And I'm not necessarily saying it's online, but it could be online. There could be an online component, or you feel like you've been left out in the cold online. But you're gonna talk to him, gonna meet him. That's gonna happen. So Evelyn, I love this read. I do. But you have to get rid of that pain and just let your inner child sing. That's what it's saying. Just let your inner child out and just see what happens. Give yourself 2 weeks. Let that inner child out. Say, I'm just trying to be me. Just trying to be me. No disrespect when people ask you. Just say, I'm just letting that inner child out a little bit. You can live again. It's all right. All right. Who do we got up here? Diksha, Stefani, Ravi. We have Diamond Light. Let's see if anyone else pending here. It's a pretty quiet night. Pretty quiet night, actually. How you guys doing? I was saying as I first hopped on here, it's 1:11 and we have a full moon, so it's kind of amazing. I was like, I just want to hop on and at least read. I was just gonna do pre-records, but I'm like, it won't have the same effect. Trying to connect to the energy. All right, Diksha, here we go. Mid-deck pull, divine communication card again. I know you have gotten this. Like this is crazy, but I just pulled it from the middle of the deck. So this for you is you're in your emotional perspective, long-term communication coming in or actually started or is happening. Commitment hasn't quite been there yet, but you're already on top of the long-term communication. But there's regret. You have regret. 3D, you have regret. You're looking down. You're not sure. You're unsure. But this is a gray area. Just understand this is not sadness. This is just an unsuredness. Something's not letting you get through to what you want to see. But you have an offer of love to give, and that's obviously evident. The universe is saying you're going forward with an offer of love to somebody. But I think there's a piece of you that's very defensive right now, and you're not pushing the love side of yourself on. You're pushing this mad, upset at somebody's. Like you're almost defensive. You have this big defensive stance instead of realizing if you just took this out, there's offers out there just like you. Like you could match somebody, but you're too busy blocking this. And I think that's what gets scary. You have to let go and realize that you're an empress inside this. So if you act like a queen of swords and you're always being, let's just say, short, defensive, upset, wicked, nasty, if you're always doing that, then you will never get to become the empress, because when your cup goes over into this offer here, that's what you become. And then all of a sudden there's these choices, and people come up and they say, I want this choice, and it's you who says no, and they have to pick from somebody else. I think your energy's there. I think it really much is there. I think you're blocking it for some reason. I think there's something happening, but you have a long-term communication happening or coming in because it's based on love. See, you're the Queen of Cups. Like you control this. You control this destiny. I think there's something happening here. There's a life lesson on it. You must be dealing with somebody that's not communicating back with you, or there's no one. This person's not. How would I say this? I would say they're almost like not committing to you, and you're looking too deep into it. You're letting your head get to you. You're worried too much about why they're not committing to you, why they're not talking to you, why they're not doing something. If you let go of that thought, and it's good, very good to look deep into stuff. The universe is saying it's very, very good to always look deep. You look at the heart, you look at the root of everything. But don't do that every time, because what happens is then you're always going to be doing that and never moving on. So you have to think about it in terms of when do you do it? Because you have to be free to explore yourself in a new way. Because you don't see any of the yellow here, right? This person's standing on their happiness, right? Then you have your Page of Pentacles, which is a messenger. You're blocking this message from coming in. This is a life lesson that's due to happen to you. You can't stop it. You just have to let yourself be connected. Look at mid deck pull. It's game set match, right? It's so obvious. So Diksha, you're gonna meet somebody, but you have to let yourself explore, like kind of like a little bit of loss. But I also feel like let yourself be less worried about everybody else is what I keep getting. How powerful are you? What's your power? What's your strength? You know, don't use it as a defensive thing. Look at it as a positive thing. How can you help others? Look at it like that. All right. All right, guys, if you're just joining in, you can join the queue by using exclamation point chat join exclamation point join. Um, so yeah, yeah. Thank you, Leo. Thank you. So yeah, I see some guys are trying to join in here. So yeah, I'm very glad I could read you. I'm very glad, Diksha. Hopefully that helps. But you are definitely welcome to. Let's see. I'm just grabbing some of these people. You're very welcome to come back anytime. Hey, Jana Navalava, 11. And then, so Stefani, we have Ravi, Diamond Light, Brian Oliver. All right, that's who I got currently queued up. I haven't accepted anyone past that yet. So let me just get going here and see what else we got. It's been some really amazing reads, honestly. It's about like just finding yourself. That's kind of what the theme's been, right? Finding yourself, understanding. Yeah, see, you're the one, king of the hill, queen of the hill. What else we got? Yeah, you're your happiness. That's kind of what this is. Look at there's a divine communication right there trying to pop out. All right, Stefani. Let's see. I'm just gonna read for you. Let's see what you have. All right, Stefani. Yeah, you have some good reads already. Looking very deep. I love this. This is looking like deep into yourself. Like the divine saying, "Hey, we want you to look while you're living this lifetime. Can you do us a favor? Spend about this many years looking at yourself, and then look at deep in yourself, and you're like, yeah, I'll do that. And then this is kind of where you're starting. Look at this is divine. Look at divine communication. The universe is saying, We're reaching out to you, letting you know you're about to start looking into who you are. Like, but why? Like we're little kids, right? Why? But why? No, but why? And it was super annoying, but it got to the point. It got to the point because you heard that, right? And so you're the star. But what does that mean? What does that mean? How come I'm a soul? Well, what does a soul do? Where does a soul come from? But why? But why? And that's what it is you're looking at this stuff, Stefani, deeper. Like yeah, I think you're going to find happiness, you're going to find abundance. I think even by September you're going to be set because you started to look deep into yourself and realizing, oh, there is what we call the universe, a cosmos, a higher self. That's here. So you're going forward, you're going to be doing it like kind of in your own terms. You're rewriting the rule book. See? Look at this. That's the manifesting queen, and that's the chariot. This is the this chariot, this charioteer. Just so you guys know, bring this over here for you just really quick. He has no way to hold these, griffins down. And what I see here, like when I see the charioteer, is he's either a vehicle, like a very expensive vehicle, or it's about travel or moving on or something to that effect. Because it could be one of those two things. But what happens is this manifesting queen or very powerful woman figure has something to do with travel coming in. So at the end of this life goal, end of this current life lesson, I should say, you're facing this challenge of somebody coming in and saying, well, I'm going to teach you what it's like to be challenged. Because I think you're opening up yourself to this really introspective life, but someone's going to come in and challenge that somehow. Yeah. And they're going to make you look at life even more differently. So there's looks like a female, possibly, or a feminine. But the death, you have the death and the star, and these opposite cornerstones, which is like you're basically rebuilding yourself. Yeah, so you have the love here. Like you're going out. So this is the fifth death night. That's why we have 4 nights, right? Cups, pentacles, wands, swords. We have, and then we have this guy. But if you look, he's very similar. Like even in this design, he's similar to the two. You can see it. So what I'm saying to you is, it's like you're kind of looking at it like, am I falling in love with somebody else or am I falling in love with your soul? What am I falling in love with? You're rewriting how you look at life and you're meeting someone on new terms. It's so cool. Yeah, you look at pain as a learning tool. It's something that I think that we all should take as a life lesson. Like why do we feel pain? Like why does that always travel with us? But you're starting to look at that in a deeper way because that's going to help you connect to somebody new. If you're a Scorpio, then that would make sense because that's your basically your Earth ground zero. That's kind of where you would come from. Well, emotionally, that's kind of how you would, Scorpio could just be blunt. So I think sometimes that's where it comes from is your emotions. You just say what you're thinking. That's what I always get from that. But yeah, you're looking into yourself a lot, and don't think it's not overthinking. The universe doesn't want you to think it's overthinking. It's you're good. You're good. Like even look at it like as a meditation or take up meditation. But you have to look into yourself. This is the time to start doing it. But you're going to become so transformed by it. It's going to teach you something really, really profound. Okay, Ravi, you're up then. Diamond Light. We have Brian Oliver. Let's see here. All right, Ravi, what do we got? Emotional perspective. We got the emotional perspective. We have a life lesson. So this is a messenger. This is a page. Um, Passion in here. We have basically they're happy. They carry happiness. They are happiness. They walk on happiness. Like you can't make them unhappy. This could be you actually, Robbie. Who knows? But the person in general, they're connected. They're connected to the divine. They have past life information, or they're divinely connected to the past life. I love the page because the page has the tallest of the three. Like they're the closest to their past lives. Like they understand it more than others. But there's probably a piece of you or a piece of somebody else, an air sign, could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. They could be connected to you, and they could be blocking you. They could be kind of holding back from you, not telling you everything that you want to know. There's another piece of this. There's a communication part. This is from your 3D perspective. Maybe you are communicating with somebody. There's a messenger. The Two of Cups, that used to be one Page of Cups. So what they are they just are now two pages who are now become the two Pages of Cups. So these guys each used to be messengers who have now met to send their message together. That's all it is. So when you see the Page of Cups, generally it's a miscommunication or about a communication. This is them just meeting. That's all that is. So for me, you're in the 3D here. You're waiting or talking to someone actively. This could be medically related. Uh, Marriage is typically what we associate with that Four of Wands. I'm not saying this is going on with you, Robbie, but that is a possibility. Maybe this past lives is tying you into how you connect to these lifetime relationships. There's a part of you that feels sneaky, maybe a part of you that feels like you have a connection that you shouldn't. Who knows? But it's fast moving. You have you have a bunch of jumpers because it's the universe that's pushing you in this direction. You can't have good without bad. You have to understand that, Robbie. It's all about balance, right? So you're very good. Everything's good, but I see you have balance. Like you have like there's some other negativity that goes with you. So maybe sometimes you're short with your tongue and you might be a little bit too mean to people, and you regret it later. But you're past life connected. These are just past life things that you have carried with you. Maybe you kind of like gossipy. Who knows? But that could be past life related. There's a piece of you in here that I like to see because in that you don't fight with people, but you'll fight for things that you believe in. Like if it's like about getting married or something that you believe that will bring a long-term pact and long-term communication partnership in, then you'll fight. At the bottom of everything, I think you're a deep lover, you're a deep communicator. Your intuition is very high. I think you have connected to something that only a very few could even count on. On the surface, we see you, like I said, is kind of like the former person that who might have been short with their tongue, but you might be that other person who's getting over heartbreak. And that's what we're trying to figure out. And I think for me, looking at you, you're blocking something because you went through heartbreak. I think that's where the sneakiness comes in. But I think maybe you're just protecting yourself. I think that could be what it is. Maybe someone taught you how to be upset. But I see here, we're seeing the King of Wands, we're seeing the King of Swords, the King of Cups. I'm sorry, the Queen of Cups. But we're seeing this carried in. This could be a third party situation. Passion was being pushed on one side of this. So that could be very important, very prominent in here, Robbie. So I would also take that into account that that would be a possibility. All right, Robbie. I hope you helps. Hope you enjoyed. Let's see. If you guys are just joining in and you're liking the channel, like it, subscribe it, comment, let me know. Um, and what else do we have here? We have Diamond Light. We have Brian Oliver. Let's see. And then I think I'll take a quick break after that. All right. Let's see. Diamond Light. Diamond Light. Oh, there we go. There's your first jumper diamond. So this is typically the online card. This is online communication, online. But it could depending on what else falls around this, whatever falls into the periphery or next to it or adjacent to it, would be could change this to heart, mind, and soul, body, because this is not about anywhere. This is not like here, there, or anywhere. It's basically that's what that is. But maybe you're facing heartbreak too, and that's a possibility. Or you're looking at relationship in that format. Maybe this communication ended. Maybe you're not talking to this person anymore. Maybe that person is no longer having communication with you, and it hurts. It really hurts. Um, there's a part of you that wants to rush back in, I would say, or feels like you should be rushing back in. There's something really almost like past life, but you can't explain it. But you're not sure if that would make you happy because that would basically give them more power, if that makes sense. Um, yeah, I think you're looking online. I think that's what this is. It's confirmation saying that you end up looking online for this communication, looking to see if they're talking to people. I think that's what's been going on here, Diamond. Yeah, these cards are just jumping, aren't they? All right, let's go. Diamond. What else we got? So I would say that you feel like you're not been lucky, and maybe that's where this passion situation has come in. Um, what's going on with this luck, though? The Wheel of Fortune in general, just keep this in mind, guys. The Wheel of Fortune is always turning. It's always turning, and every corner of this has a book. Every corner has a book, and the only one that's like we consider, oh, great, great, it has a Sphinx on top with the sword, which is extra knowledge. It's like that's what it is. Right now, you're facing the devil. It's like, you know, fuck. You don't want to be facing the devil. But that's kind of where you're at. Like that's where the heartbreak is there. You're not talking to the person. That's where it's really tough. But you're forced to look deep into yourself because the devil's saying, no, no, you can't talk to him. You can't talk to them, or maybe they're just not there. Maybe they're being really resistant. That could possibly be too. Maybe that's what's going on with them. Maybe something's going on with them that the devil is related. Um, like almost like pained, like so maybe they maybe drinking too much. Could be a situation like that. But I see a lot of passion here, so I don't know. So this could be actually something related to you or them. Um, but there's breadcrumbing here at ground zero. By June, you're breadcrumbed. By April, you're just searching online. In February, you're not talking to them. The universe is being very blunt with you. You're very unhappy. You're looking deep into the situation. You feel like you've lost all your luck and you're heartbroken. They want you to look at it, though, that you've realized one thing and one thing only, that you have a past life here. Like, you've realized their past lives. You've been focusing online on this person, giving them all your energy, Robbie. Or that was a diamond light, I think, right? Oh, yeah, diamond light. Yeah. So, diamond light. Hey, what's up, Madman? So, on here, Diamond Light, I think what it's realizing is you got to find your own passion. The universe is saying, what if we gave you your own wand? Like they have their passionate wand. They're the ones who are always maybe pushing their agenda on you, this other person. But you have the ability to transform at any time because you're a past life. You have connections. See, you can manifest into anything you want to be. So don't let people breadcrumb you. Don't let people stop you. Don't let people force themselves to like make themselves look more amazing online than they really are. That's just tricks. That's all smoke and mirrors and bullshit. Focus on how amazing you really are becoming. Like that's what the universe is saying. Focus on you and how amazing you are because when this Wheel of Fortune comes around, all these cards are going to get reset. And this card's going to be sitting here like this and you're going to have all new cards. And you want those new cards to represent this. So you have to basically look at your life in a new way. Like when that's there, you want the cards to all represent like your happiness, So in your future, you have happiness. That's by September, you have money and happiness. So that's what it's telling me is then you start to connect to those things. You turn the world upside down that you currently live in and stop focusing about these other people, Diamond. Because you don't always focus on anyone else. You focus on you. You're the only person that matters in your universe. That's it. It sounds like an asshole thing. It really does. It's like you're lucky to be in my universe. But that's the truth. And if you do that, then no one can take advantage of your energy ever. Never, ever. Focus on you, your skills. How's you guys? How's everyone doing? Thank you. I love your energy. It's very powerful stuff. All right, we have Brian Oliver. You're still Brian. I'm still here. I'm with you. I'm with Cosmic. I got you. Stay on target. I got you. All right. Let's see, Brian. If anyone else wants to have a reading, it's just exclamation point join, and I'll read you guys. Other than that, I'll just take a quick break after this. All right. Let's see. I love reading. Like I love. This is fun to me. Like I was just gonna read. I was just saying this is just more fun because then I can read. People can look at it. Instead of me just reading, just sitting here reading. It's like it's boring. It's like my cat doesn't even watch me read. And I'm like, it's so crazy. Like I predict all these crazy things sometimes. I'm like, nobody knows. Nobody knows. But Brian, this is your turn. Here we go. Brian, we have the Three of Cups. This is good. The Three of Cups. Um, this could actually be happening like spring when you in your head, when you actually like when you think, hey, I can start to grow crops again. I can start to get ready to that, do that again. That kind of mentality that mentality is when you're most emotionally like having a good time. I think you're a manifester. I think that's what's happening, or there's a manifesting uh, male or masculine near you. It could be. There's also a possibility of maybe you are moving on to bigger and better, but when I see it in this position, from your perspective, you're bigger and better. Like you're the better version. Like you're upgrading your version. Yeah, I think you're just basically you're making an offer to say, hey, can I fix things from the past? Let's see what else you have here. Yeah, see, look at these jumpers. Look. Yeah, I think you're upgrading. You're upgrading your energy, saying I can do this. Can I love like I've never loved before? Is like what's going on in your mind. Because that means like think about the King of Pentacles, right? Which is an Earth sign typically. Well, that would be on your mind. That's deep, lush, hides things. You can see how it's like really hidden camouflage, but has a solid house, has a really solid base. This is the kind of person that like I got your back. They've got your back. Then you want to turn into maybe the King of Cups. And I'll point out what's happened here is anytime these straddle each other, that just means this person has upgraded. So you have upgraded, you have upgraded from your past life lessons here, Brian, to a King of Cups, but you can at any point become a King of Pentacles. Like it's just an instantaneous thing because you already know all the life lessons. You're such a rock star at manifesting. So now you're learning how to love. You're like, how do I manifest? Okay, now how do I love like I manifest? See? Now you're trying to bring them together. Look at the love that happens in this manifestation. So they're actually trying to bring all of this together, Brian. I don't know if this is you or somebody else, but they're trying to bring this ultimate happiness together and they're trying to raise their vibration to such a level of like amazing goodness. Like they have maybe a couple dogs, they have a couple houses, so what I like to say is like there's this house they had in the past. They still have this. They have this house, maybe this other new house. They like to travel. That's you. But you're looking for this Queen of Cups that you want to match with, or this Queen of Cups is on your mind because they're in your. That's your emotional. That's your jackpot right there. That's like where they get you at your emotions. But you want to have fun with them, party. But when you meet them, you're like, oh, by the way, did I tell you it's a King of Pentacles? I can manifest. They're like, wait, what? But they're not impressed by it. I'm telling you. But see, you're coming in fast. You're coming in hot. Look, you want me to finish this read before I can even get to the cards. Look at this. Yeah, you're king of the hill. They're queen of the hill. By July, April kicks off. Like I said, more likely it's going to be March, but it's going to be April kickoff because you're going to be basically giving into yourself. But this person's already coming into your existence if they're not already there. But you're bringing your two of your best worlds together. What is this outcome here? Yeah, I think this outcome is you're leaving other people out in the cold. You just haven't shut everybody else out. But this also means to me, at times, this happens to be like you're this in this year, like you have like by next winter, because we started your read with the spring and this ended in winter. So that also is a very strong possibility. But by the time you hit next winter, you're partnered up with somebody that's queen or king of the hill. Yeah, yin and yang. I mentioned that today, actually. I did. All right. Thanks for sharing your energy. All right. If you guys are looking to join for a reading, it's exclamation point join. Exclamation point join. All one word. I'll read off the queue status once we get going here. Someone's online. Like someone's online. I can see this. It's pretty funny. So I'm probably only gonna be on for a little bit longer. Actually, no, I'll do. I will take these next few people. So, like Tiffany and a Roki Bomb. Is that what it is? A Roki Bomb? It's a pretty awesome name, actually. All right, let's see here. All right, I just closed the queue, but I'll keep reading for you guys while I'm in here. Um, I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Let me read a couple of you guys out, and then we'll just end it. But officially, the queue will be closed. Let's see. A Roki Bomb. Who else? We have Tiffany, Akshat, Janava 1111. I can read for you. So normally I use. You guys have to use the exclamation point and join. I can't type it in here because then it would put me in, but it's literally just typing that word. I don't know why it's not popping it up. It's you guys not even getting the queue notification at all? Yeah, oh no, it's up there. It's up there by Streamlabs. It says NQ Brian Oliver. Type exclamation point join in chat. Yeah, it's there. All right, let me do this. Let me read you guys out. Let me start with a Orochi bomb. All right, Orochi bomb. All right, I'll get you guys all read out, and then I'll close the live because I've been on for over an hour. So, all right, let's see. And who knows what this weekend will bring, right? All right, let's see here. Orochi bomb, Orochi bomb. Oh, that's Aquarius energy, just so you know. That is Aquarian. Like, there is no other Aquarian. Justice coming in for you, Orochi-Bomb. But I like when it's top down in this corner. That tells me a lot of different things. But this tells me, for one thing, it's emotional perspective. You're getting almost justice because you have this Aquarius energy. Oh, this could be a female Aquarius on your opposite side, 3D. Maybe in a conjunction or opposition of you. But they have something on their mind or always on their mind, something blue. Uh, but focusing on you, or you're looking at the past, you're looking at exploring something. Page of Swords also could be Aquarian energy. This is swords. This could be air, water sign because you have all three here. But I typically like to use these as like basically younger versions of these people. So this could be, whoops, didn't mean that. What's going on here? What is going on here? I wonder if this is a younger version of this past person or this person that you're currently dealing with. Like if their past has been affected by this, their current state. That is a strong possibility. Like you're dealing with somebody and you're like, ah, and their past is not currently the way you want them to be. So let's keep going here. There's an online connection. Death is prominent in here. Death is just another night. Just keep it in that perspective. I was just talking about how they mimic the Knight of Cups. It's so crazy if you ever compared the two cards. So I'm just letting you know the death is not a bad thing. It's just about change, justice for change. Something could be online, or this other person could be online, but the tower moment in death, now that makes it a little more complex. I would say there could be a strong ending or something going on with you, but you're fighting something. This typically comes in as a Capricorn. Not always, but it does. But having this past life in the base here and that root is very important. So Orochi-Bomb, I'd say this is super, super prominent because you have a foundation here when you have a tower moment trying to kick off, but it can't. So you're actually learning how to fly. I would like to see where these two people are going to fly to. Let me take a look here for a second because you're working on something. This is not good, better, and different, but you're definitely spending time working on something. By August, it would take foothold. I like that you have this base of the past life here, and death here being in reverse just says you have to change something, or there's an online something that causes death. But the Aquarius is prominent here, and I see the female Aquarius prominent energy here. But there's justice at your basically front in your face. Like when you wake up, it's justice. So there's communication that has to happen, I think, between what you're ending and what you're starting, because this is basically your new beginning. But you're making an offer to yourself to the future, saying, "I'm going to do this, this, and this. I'm going to put all of this effort in." But you're not going to waver from it. Like there's no reason to waver. If you waver, it will never happen. Because if you start wavering, then nothing happens. Prove that you can do it, not to anybody but to yourself. That's all you're doing it. All right, Orochi Bomb. I love reading you. And second subscriber. That's awesome, actually. That is actually really cool. So you're like the best of the best for me. You're my favorite. That's kind of how I look at it. And oh, it's Jesse. All right, thanks, Jesse. All right. Let's see. I have Akshat, like for a new subscriber. Let's see. Cosmic. That is Thailand. Something. No contact from our current feeling with no contact will end of the year. Oh, all right. Let's do this. Yeah, let's give you a read. No contact's tough. Tough. It's very tough. Let's see what it says here. All right. All right. If you guys join me, if you're just paying in, just jumping in here. It's been a quiet night. I turned off the queue. I'm just gonna hop off here after I read. Let's see here. All right. All right. So this is gonna be for Akshat. We're gonna see if their friend, we're gonna call him friend, 'cause that's what I'm getting, is interested in them. Because they moved, is what I got. And there's no contact. Yeah, see, first card out, Hangman. That's so bananas. So this is your perspective, but we have to keep in mind that wand behind that person is usually from the king or the queen of wands. The reason they're hanging is because of somebody who's a fire sign, a Sagittarius. It could be a Leo, but it's probably more likely that. The person you said is probably in Thailand, but this also could be that they're tied. If you see this, they're tied, and this other person here, they could not, they maybe they can't do anything. That's a possibility. You're divinely connected. This other person could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, water sign. That's a strong possibility. Maybe it's a moon sign falling in that position. You have to look deeper into it, though. You just have to. If you look deeper into it, you'll see something. I think you're looking more into yourself, and I think it's not that you're overthinking it, but you have to look at your own situation and look at their situation is more what I'm getting. Because if you see the lantern's focused on them. So what's going on with them? The no contact. Why do you have no contact is what they're telling me. Why do you feel like you've been waiting? What actually is going on? Because I see this is divine communication. This so let's get all that out of the way here, Akshat. Okay, let's just blast it out because that's you. So there is divine communication between the two of you, but you're not talking. So if they can't talk to you, what would cause them to not talk to you? Heartbreak. So someone's heartbroken. So you're definitely divinely connected to the communication, but one of the two of you is heartbroken. So are you heartbroken or is it them? But you definitely both have heartbreak in March, so that you have to be careful of. But there's marriage in April, so that's pretty interesting. It's almost like you guys are going through. It could be a twin flame. It could be. You can see. I'm seeing a lot of signs here that's pointing towards it. Yeah, look, 2, 3, 4, and then I have 9. So not much. Okay, maybe. Well, I have 2, 3, 4. But you're ending with this other person. Maybe there's a conflict with someone else that's actually causing this problem, and that you're not seeing it. I think it could be work related. That could be also what's happening, and they're focusing on work, and you're focusing on this new opportunity. But if you don't meet with this person, or this doesn't happen by the end of the year, and I'm not saying it won't, because you have to feel heartbreak in March. You have to, but you're going to feel amazing in April. Like I said, it's going to feel like you got married. But what I'm also seeing is coming in is you're feeling it. I'm missing communication with somebody, and that person that you're feeling you're connected to, you are connected to them. You're connected to them not here, but in 5D. When you sleep, you actually sleep with them. You actually talk to them. They're connected to you. They're the Queen of Cups. So I think you definitely deeply connect to this person. There's nothing wrong with what you feel. You feel correctly. That's correct. But there's heartbreak here, and something's blocking the two of you. I don't know if it's work or if it's somebody else, but it looks like it could be one of the two. At ground zero for you, I'm actually gonna pull from this deck for a second. I'm just curious to see. Yeah, there's no outcome that looks good for you guys. Not unless you actively pursue it and say, look, I'm gonna save this because it doesn't look amazing. So I can't tell you that this is going to come out awesome, but I will tell you that you have to start focusing on you. Like, because you're going to end up better in April, which is good. So I think even if they're your twin flame, you have to be healed for that person to be coming back. So if it doesn't look good, then you can't do anything. You have to focus on your own happiness. Focus on like-minded people for you. It can't change someone not coming in or not focusing on you. You can't change you being a possible choice, even if they are your twin flame. It can't change you being the only one that they should be picking if they just want to basically take no action. Like, it's crazy. So actually, you're not focused on anyone but yourself. Yeah. So this person, I'm not going to say the words playing you, but they're definitely enjoying the attention. If you back away, you'll feel a much different response. That's what's going to happen. I can tell you 100%. All right, how you guys doing? Let's see, Jan Nava. Do you want me to read you? What do you guys want? Queen Jessica's in here. Corporate offices. Yeah, no contact. And like I said, end of April. All right. I'll tell you what, I'm going to open the queue for 5 more. If you guys want to join, I'll let you guys join. I was just actually going to close it up, but I'll let you guys join the queue if you need to, because it's 1:11. I've been on for an hour and 11 minutes on 1:11 in January. So those of you who have just joined, it's exclamation point join, and that's how you can get onto the queue. Let's see if it works on my end. Yeah, there it is. I see Tiffany. Hey, Queen Jessica, how are you? Akshat, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Let's see, Queen Jessica. All right. So corporate offices, I love the name, by the way. If you can just use exclamation point join so I can get you onto the queue, and then I'll just clear the queue up. It's so good. But Tiffany and Queen Jessica, I got you on there. All right, let's see here. All right, guys, exclamation point join lets you play the game of tarot. It's not really a game, is it? I mean, it is, but does it feel like it sometimes? All right, Tiffany, you're up first, and then Queen Jessica, you are second. All right, I'm going to only read for 3 more people and then just call it. Let's see. Tiffany. Let's see. Let me check to your energy. What do you got there? All right. Nice. So you're fighting for a cause. That's an emotional thing. Maybe you're fighting to get married, fighting for marriage, fighting for a marriage. 'Cause that's your 3D. We're heading into your 3D, but that's how you see things. Like, that's how you wake up in the morning. You see this. April's also prominent, but with this top down in the corner here, this would be your emotional perspective. This is you basically learning to fight for a reason, for a cause, and then in your 3D to move on to a bigger and better. And I think bigger and better for you is this marriage option, or this marriage, or getting married, if that makes sense to you, Tiffany. Um, yeah, this is pretty amazing. The Page of Swords, I like this. That's also the explorer, the young explorer, the female explorer, the young soul explorer. You have a lot on your mind here. A lot. There's a whole lot on your mind. The other thing is you carry a sword, but it's cute. You carry it loosely. Like, I'm not trying to be insulting here, but like you're kind of like a badass, but really not. You just kind of act like one. You act like you're like, I'll yell at somebody, but then reality is you're not that badass, you know. But you're kind of there's things you get away with that only because you're cute and adorable with it. There's things like that. I think the other thing here is I think you're willing to take the steps to do what you have to get justice to maybe find yourself. I also feel like maybe you're going to be done blocking the path of like least resistance. Even you're going to just say, hey, I'm going to go with the one that makes me happiest. At this point, though, I see you making a choice, like, and your emotional ground zero, your emotional like where it matters most, where you feel the feels. You're making a choice at what you really want. What does it matter to you? Like when you swipe right, swipe left, when you're doing the double take, what is it you're looking at for that person? So Tiffany, what are you grabbing for? What is it what do you want them to do? Because if they're like, oh my God, they look, you know, like the most amazing guy in the world, right? And but they sound like Mickey Mouse, and they can only talk to you about like their most impressions of like which fast food ketchup is best, like that kind of guy. But they look awesome. I mean, what are you gonna do? Is this for you to look better, or for you to be happy? Because you're fighting for what makes you happy, and you're getting justice. So you're exploring and you're looking at it, and you're opening your options up, is what it looks like. But you want this person to be everything. What does that everything mean to you? So you're exploring it on a deep level. Like they're sending messages out, like kind of like on a subconscious level, saying like, what would it take? All right, you're almost in your head as you're driving, talk to the universe, and you don't even realize it. And there's an indecision coming up, like you're gonna have offers. That's what this is. That's ground zero. That's the moon. That's hidden. This is good. This is you like driving and talking to yourself. I love it. I really do. So Tiffany, what it is you're basically looking at this new opportunity of basically giving up blocking and giving up. Well, what can you give me then? So you have given yourself a tower moment by giving up on this like past like fighting with things, fighting yourself. Um, think about like ripping off that skin and starting new, beginning a new version of Tiffany, Tiffany 2.0. That's what you're looking at. How do I get to Tiffany 2.0? But you're looking to look at those dark horse candidates, the ones that will connect you to your soul, the ones that will connect you to past life. Those are the people that will get you to Tiffany 2.0. Those are the people that you want. But those other options, because we're always going to want to know, they're just going to be the ones that fight you. And I pulled mid deck from the other deck. You guys just watch me just split it a bunch of times. But it's just going to be what you've been doing all along, is fighting with all these guys, maybe these pretty boys. That's what it looks like. So you can either do that or find someone who's going to make you deeply, infinitely happy forever and bring you justice. But you have to basically end Tiffany 1.0 to get to 2.0 and just give that 1.0, you know, a send off. It looks like you're doing great. It looks like you have control. You're not out of control. That's a good thing. All right. How you guys doing? If you want to join, just use, let's see here. Just use pen. What was I gonna say? Exclamation point join. The queue is so weird tonight. I don't know why. All right, let's see. You're welcome, Tiffany. I'm so happy I could read for you. Let your friends and family know. Let your neighbors know. Let your enemies know. I'll read bad for them. All right. All right. So what do you got? Let's see. I think it's just Queen Jessica. Is that it? And then then we can end it. We can end the night. I can end the night with a queen. Let's see how many queens pop here for you, Queen Jessica. Okay, here we go. Well, you got a past life message coming in. So top down, like I always say, is universe, but your emotional perspective, the way you see things emotionally, things come in through past life. Could be connected to somebody, but the way you wake up in the morning, you wake up as a vibrant young version of yourself. You try to be younger every day. You have a lot on your mind, an insane amount on your mind. You're going against the wind, but there's clouded stuff that happens around you every day. You keep going, you get up, you go. Um, from your 3D perspective, there's a white knight or a horse back. Someone coming in is fast, but not fast enough. I don't know if that makes sense. But there's an offer of love coming in from your 3D perspective. But you're looking back at something in the past for some reason. You're looking something about a message in the past, something about past life, and you're looking at that. It's interesting. It's very interesting, actually. Um, so you have here life lessons coming in. You're growing your money. You're growing your manifestations. You're learning probably since July or maybe starting July, but since I don't have anything else here, this might actually mean in July you're going to start to grow your abundance. Could be tied into an Aquarius, perhaps. Usually the star with no other cards around it would indicate that, but there could be an Aquarius tied in here or basically a divine sign. Taking action. So you're going to be taking action on something coming in July. No later than July, you're going to be making action. And it's going to be a life lesson that you're going to learn. Emotionally, I think you already feel like it's a life lesson. You're already feeling this life lesson. But it's like, why did I get into this life? Here it is. There's an indecision that you have. It could be on the Aquarius. It could be on somebody else. It could be on the star energy, if that makes sense. But there's an indecision that you're facing. We can look into it more. But there's also an ending. There's some big ending that you face or trauma. But this usually means death. I haven't pulled the secondary card yet, but that could mean like a death or an ending of some sort. But I'm pulling, whoa. Hey-oh. Get some cards jumping out here. All right. Let's see, Queen Jessica. What do we got? All right. Let me do this. Because this energy just jumped once I did that. That's pretty crazy. That's a good connection. All right, here we go. So that here, that 10, is that usually means endings. It's kind of a sucky way, but that's your ground zero. Maybe you're going through a lot, like a real lot. But during the day, you put on a smiling face. You're always happy. The one who's offering cup of coffee, how you doing? But you're working at it, and you just like, do you know if you have it in you to make it till July? That's kind of where I feel. And the answer is yes, you definitely do. I think you'll start to see signs of it before July. Keep that in mind. You'll see signs of it in February. It's a slow build. It's not an automatic. It's not like a door or a light that just opens. It's a slow build. It's like a changing of the seasons is kind of how I'm understanding it. But you're going to be moving on to bigger and better, whatever that means. Something's ending and you're moving on to bigger and better. You're just going to take action. But there's an indecision on it, which is interesting. Pull two cards here. Make a love offer, which is on your 3D. This is your perspective, currently how you see it, and then there's a divine new opportunity that sparks whatever it is in July. I actually love that read. That's a good read for you. How you guys doing? Let's see. Hey, Tortoise. Thank you, Leo. Thank you very much. Queen Jessica, thanks for sharing your energy, but you are destined for something great. You're moving on to something amazing. You have love. It's like you can't get any worse than being past life driven, like and having a life lesson. It's like so beautiful. It's a very beautiful read. You just have to like take whatever it is and figure it out, or I think you are figuring it out. I think it's almost like tougher because we're trying to figure it out alone, maybe. All right, Tortoise, I think you're up here. Um, I'm just closing on my reads for the evening. It's been a quiet evening. I don't know if it's just because of like football or what. Let's see here, Tortoise. All right. King of Pentacles manifesting King. Moving on to bigger and better. Who's moving on to bigger and better? I like the moon here. The moon's hidden something. That kind of makes me feel a bit better about this. And again, the Page of Swords. This is an explorer. This is the free one, the one who likes to look, be part of, embrace, deduce. There's a lot on their mind. They're young. Um, they're adorable in the respect that they don't hold a sword the right way. They really couldn't protect themselves, but no one would hurt them anyway. That kind of person. That's like what I think you put out for energy, possibly. I don't think you're moving on to bigger and better. I think you're going into deeper and darker, if that makes sense. There's a manifestation coming in, or you're having manifestations happen around you. The hanged man is also important. In this perspective, though, it's like the life lesson showing you the hanged man. So that means like somebody that was like dealing with hangings or something to that effect, or was always hanging around, like to that physical sense. That person here below is divinely connected because they're here and here. You're looking at the situation deeper, and I think you don't really have to, but I think you are. I love the Hermit card, because it's grayish blue. It has a deep, like deep sea green, and you're carrying the rod of influence, the rod of intelligence. You're using your lantern or your Hermit's lantern to look at this. What people don't realize, and some people don't think about, is this person inside here actually the emperor? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. But this person is basically just using their intuition and not their power or not their influence. You're basically using your skills. You can see the other card that flipped out for you, Tortoise. We're blocking. And what else do we got? We have offer of love. Let me keep going here because I want to pull mid deck for you. I'm just curious. I want to see what you get um, off of these three cards for your base. No, it's not going to matter. They want to give you the cards. See, like it doesn't matter. You can see. I kind of do that sometimes just to test to see what happens, and you can see they jump anyway. So for you here, Tortoise, what you're getting is you're a choice of choices. Emotionally, you feel like it's kind of like it's an unfair game, but you're very much a choice of choices. You have to protect your energy sometimes. That's the justice. But I think if you look deeper at yourself, you realize you have to be more introspective to understand yourself and how you represent your explorer self. Like how you go out and say, this is who I want to go do, want to be. I want to zip line. I want to learn how to zip line this year. I want to learn how to basically be in a hot air balloon. You know, those kind of things help you because your intuition gets you only so far. But being on Earth, being here physically touching the plane, being walking barefoot in the dirt, those kind of things help you understand what it to mean to be connected. And that's why you're here. You're looking at what that means. So when the hanging around, that's you. You're kind of figuring out, I can enjoy life, and those are still life lessons. Like me actually going to do these new cool fun things is not me wasting money. It's me learning a life lesson. You have to get over that mindset. You learning these, like, hey, I want to learn how to be a scuba diver. Awesome. It costs money. Yes, it does, but it's also a life lesson. I'll start to experience life from another perspective. I think that's what happens here. It's so obvious. It's like you learned how to manifest, but now you want to learn how to manifest in a different way. I really like this. Really like this. This is good. You're manifesting on your own terms. All right. How's everyone doing? I'm just going to officially close the queue. So, Tortoise, I think that you have no worries because I think you have to figure out your own thing. I honestly think that you have to figure out what your strengths and your weaknesses are. Um, but yeah, I'm sorry about your mom. That stinks. Do you want to tell us what's going on, or you just want to just tell us? Because if you can't be worried about your mom because that's not for your choice. See, it says don't fight it. King of the Hill. Yeah, past life. Yeah, let me pull for your mom quick. Let me see what I get for your mom. I'm just curious. I close the queue anyway. Let's see what you got. Your mom's surgery. The Star. Queen of Cups, which you just got. King of Wands. I mean, these are pretty prominent cards. Like, just so you know. So I'd say that's your mom. This could be you, and this could be maybe your father figure. I don't know if you have a younger sibling. Past life. there's a lot of people surrounding this situation. I mean, that's what it looks like. Um, maybe you guys lean on someone for support all the time. I see a happy outcome, just so you know. Like it's not bad. I think you're gonna like you won't even think back and think anything of what you're thinking of now. You're in self imprisonment. Like there's nothing bad about it. You're just worrying. See, that's a happy new beginning. So you have to be strong. So as far as your mom goes, Tortoise, yeah, it's gonna be a happy outcome. Um, and when I lost my mother-in-law years ago, the one thing I learned is that even if they leave, their energy's still with you. It always is with you. That's I keep telling my kids today. I'm like, I'm always gonna be here. I said, and not like they always, oh yeah, my ghost will be here. I said, no, no, my energy will be around. Like you'll be able to tap into it. It's a beautiful thing. Ah, it's so beautiful. All right. So Tortoise, I'm very happy to do that reading. I hope you understand that everything's gonna be great, and I do understand that you have to worry. All right, guys. I am gonna close out the queue. Let's see what else we had here. I thought I saw someone trying to join. Maybe I missed it. That was weird. Janava, do you want to join? I had asked you earlier. I didn't hear you say anything. If you're still on here, I can still get you on. That's exactly true, Tortoise. Exactly true. No, no worries. It's I love doing it. All right, let's see here. Uh, all right. I'm not sure. I haven't heard from Geneva 1111. Yeah, hang in there. But the energy's all very good for you guys, which is I love. Like I really do love. So like even through the thick or the thin or the tough or the bad, it's like you have the energy to kind of persevere, which is really tough to watch because you see someone like go, wow, they can just go through that easy, and it's like no, because you've gone through a lot. That's what I see a lot of times with readings with people. Very much appreciate you guys. All right, what do we got here? All right, Janava. I don't know if Janava's still here or not. I'm trying to see. Let me check. Let me see if they're actually still in here. All right. All right, guys. I'm gonna sign out. I hope you're the best. Let me know how it turns out. I'm sure everything's gonna be amazing. My cards don't lie. I just don't like what they always tell me. But yeah, thank you for signing in. Share the channel with people. Let people know. I'm trying to grow the channel. See how big I can get this. I'd love to grow this energy. This energy we're trying to have here. This energy we're sharing. This stuff. You know, just kind of a place to kind of hop in. I can read for you. Just do a reading. It's kind of fun. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon.